Hello there, it's Adam Scott Campbell. I'm calling. uh, I'm just having the thought to share a little bit about what you're capable of. Here's the deal, and the short of it is you can do anything. You're capable of doing all the things you want to do in this life. And so hard sometimes I know to remember that. You know, we get bogged down by life and life beats us up and then we might get to down on ourselves or thinking maybe we're not capable of doing this. You are capable of doing everything that you're here to do and everything that you want to do. There's there's a lot to be said for knowing who we really are that really can help us know that we can do all things. And one of the things that I've learned over the years, both from um, my religion, my belief system, and also from just living life, is that the impossible becomes possible when you just keep pushing forward. I started, for an example, I started um, writing my novel, The Dreamer, uh, when I was, I had the idea for The Dreamer when I was 14, and I finished it, you know, 3, 4 years ago, um, tops. So, and I'm 43 now, so it's basically been a while, decades in the making. I also know that, you know, we get to a we get to a place sometimes where we're just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep going. I can't overcome this obstacle. So what's the point? I've been doing this for whoever knows how long. Um, I know from personal experience that one of those things can be addiction, and addiction is a horrendous thing to deal with. It's like sucks the life out of you, and you're still required to do life. So it's just it can be horrendous, and I just know that there's of course resources out there available. There's all kinds of different modalities and different methods for breaking free from addiction. I've tried many of them, and I tried many of them back in the day, and I finally found one that works for me. Um, I found a guy who does hypnotherapy, and I never met him in person, but we do it on over the phone, and I'm free from addiction now. It's an amazing miracle for me personally. I know that it works because I know what it is to not be able to have control over what I do or what I did, I should say. So, um, anyway, if you, as a side note, if you want a line to the person who helped me get free from addiction, feel free to leave a comment or send me a message. Either way, well, but uh, the things we, each of us is called upon to you're called upon to deal with in this life. They're not meant to stop you. You know, um, I know that when I they're really meant to give you the impetus, if that's the word, for pushing through because you want to overcome the thing that's in front of you that blocks your way. And sometimes you got to go over, sometimes you got to go around, sometimes you got to go through, but you can find a way. And um, my my uh, my brain tumor has occurred 3 times, um, and I've decided, I've chosen with each time um, to keep moving forward and to keep trying and to keep believing that things would improve. And excuse me, it wasn't just, it was after I had my third bout with a brain tumor just 2 years ish ago, um, that I found my wife. And you know there's I wonder, sometimes I would wonder if it would have been better if she'd been with me during rather than after I'd had the brain tumors. But I think the things we're given are designed to help us develop as we choose to develop. Along the way, we just have to choose to keep going, and that's the key, is to keep going, to persevere, to endure. And it's not easy, of course, uh, but you know that already. You know that life isn't easy. You know that it's it can be impossible sometimes. Well, the thing about impossible, we are the ones who make it possible by pushing through, regardless of its impossibility. So just you know, keep on keeping on, and decide to not quit, decide to persevere, and things work out one way or another. I do know that if you were to quit, or if we were to quit, then it's over. There's no, you can, if you're done and you don't want it anymore, you can quit. The challenge with that is it doesn't get better after you quit. The struggle still exists. I mean, this is what in my understanding is called mortal life, mortality. And we don't overcome, we don't become who we're supposed to be by sitting in the mud. We become who we're supposed to be by picking ourselves up again, and keep going. So uh, I just, it's not an easy. Of course, it's not easy. If it was easy, we wouldn't grow. If it was easy, it wouldn't, as they say, it wouldn't be worth it. But why wouldn't it be worth it? Is because you know you don't get stronger by carrying the lightest weight. You get stronger by carrying as much weight as you can handle and pushing through with that weight on top of you. So, uh, these um, aren't easy things, and they're not supposed to be. We're not we're not here to yield. We're not here to give up. We're not here to fail. And I know you're not meant to fail. Neither am I. And it's we keep on keeping on, keep pushing. I know that the things I've been through with the brain tumors and the body acne and the addiction and the psychological warfare. That one's the hardest, really. Um, Kind of a side effect of both the brain tumors and addiction. Um, so both of those things, the the psychological dissonance really was the hardest thing to deal with, because there's no, at the time I had no way to escape it. And so the only recourse, or the only path forward, was through it. You walk with the thing on your shoulder. In my case, I walk with dissonance inside my head, and there were times it was monstrous, but I had the option. I could choose to quit. I could choose to persevere, and my choice was to persevere. Um, I don't know everything, of course. I do know that, has it. The question, of course, is, was it worth it, Adam? Was it worth it to not give up, to not quit, to keep going? And of course, the answer for me is yes, it was worth it. Was it easy? No. Was it painless? No. Was it um, enjoyable all the time? Not at all. But we don't go through the hard stuff because it's enjoyable. We go through it because when you go through the fire, you are refined. When you push up a mountain, you get stronger. When you swim a river, or swim a lake, or swim an ocean, and and you get stronger, and you do it because you're motivated to get stronger, and you're motivated to get better, and to get more talented, and to get more um, self-respect, really. uh, I know what it is to have no self-respect, and I'm not there anymore, thank goodness. I hope that you have a lot of self-respect, because here you are, still kicking. uh, I know that we have God on our side. We have angels by our side. We have friends. We have family. If you don't have family, recognize that you do, in fact, have family. It's just maybe you can't see them. You have all those who went before you, and they're around you. Uh, so with that, I hope that helps. It's Adam Scott Campbell. Feel free uh, to like, subscribe, or do whatever it is that people do on this. uh, Thanks so much.